Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. This is part 13 of the chapter squares and square roots. In this part 13, we will continue finding square root of a number by prime factorization method. Apart from this, we will solve some questions of the exercise 6.3. Now, finding square root of a perfect square 6400, which I have given as homework in your previous session. When we wanted to find the square root of 6400, we will be doing the process, and you know the method of doing process. 6400 to 3200 to 1600 to 800 za to 400 za to 200 za to 100 za to 50 za to 25 za and 5 za. After doing this process and writing 6400 as 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 5 into 5, that means we have got totally here 2's in number 8 times, 5 in number 2 times. So we can make here when we have here 2's for 8 times, that means we can make 2's as a 4 pairs and 5's in 2's means 1 pair. So the moment we write 6400 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 whole square, then we have square root of 6400 giving us from each pair 1 prime number whose product is 80. Therefore, prime factorization of 6400 is 80. Now, this is the animation what I have done for 6400 when we make it into prime factorization. You could see that. Then, now there was one more question given as homework in our previous session, and it was, is 2352 a perfect square? If not, find the smallest multiple of 2352 which makes it a perfect square. Find the square root of that new number. This is the question. Now, first we will go for doing prime factorization of this 2352. 2 1s are 2 1s are 1 carry 15, 2 7s are 14 and 1 carry 12, 2 6s are. So 2, since it is even number, it will be divisible by 2. So you know the procedure, I will not explain much on that. So 2 5s are 10, 1 carry 16, 2 8s are 16, that 1 carries here 16 and 8s are. Now 2 2s are 2 9s are 2 4s are 2 1s are 4s are 7s are. Next 7 2s are 1s are 7 3s are. So when we have 2352 written as 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 7 into 7 into 3. That means here in the prime factorization of 2352 we have pairs of 2's, pairs of 7's, but there is no pair for 3. You could see the animation what I have done, and ultimately the answer would be here when 2352 is not having 3 in its prime factorization as no pair, therefore it is not a perfect square. When it is not a perfect square, then to make it a perfect square we need one more 3, that is pair for 3. So this number to be multiplied by 3. Therefore the new number will be, when 2352 is multiplied by 3, gives 7056, and square root of that 7056 is 84. Since from each pair we get one prime number and their product results as 84. So this is the final answer to that, the question which I have given as homework. Now coming to the next session, continuation of this, there is one example, number 7. Find the smallest number by which 9408 must be divided so that the quotient is a perfect square. Find the square root of that new number. This is the question. See students, first of all 9408 is not a perfect square. We can straight away say because it is ending with 8. A number ending with 2 or 3 or 7 or 8 will not be a perfect square. We learned that. So this is not a perfect square first of all. Then when we do the prime factorization, 2 4s are 8, 1 carry, 2 7s are 14, 2 zeros are 0 and 2 4s are 8. Next 2 2s are 2 3s are 1 carry, 2 5s are 2 2s are 2 1s are 2 1s are 2 7s are 14, 2 6 are. Next 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 60, 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 2 4s are 2 1s are 2 4s are 2 7s are 7 2s are 7 1s are 7 3s are. Again here this 9408 has got pairs of 2's, has pair of 7's, but missing a pair for the prime factor 3. So in the prime factorization of 9408 we need that 3 getting away. So this 9408 must be divided by 3 to make it a perfect square. So we have, when 9408 is divided by 3 gives a number 3136, which is a perfect square, and square root of that number is 56. Since from each pair we get one prime factor, whose product is 56. So this is how we find whether the given number is a perfect square or not. If it is not a perfect square, what must be multiplied to make it a perfect square, or what must be divided to make it a perfect square? Questions can be answered using prime factorization method. Now we'll take up further. How students, coming to the next question, find the smallest square number which is divisible by each of the numbers 6, 9 and 15. So to find the smallest number which is divisible by each of the numbers given 6, 9 and 15, what we need to do? We need to compulsory first go for finding what this called LCM. The moment you find LCM of these numbers, it gives a smallest number which is divisible by 6, 9 and 15. So the LCM is 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. Now in this LCM we have 3 into 3 in pair, and we don't have pairs for 2 as well as 5. Now this LCM, which is not a perfect square. So this LCM, when will it become perfect square? To make it a perfect square, we need one more 2, one more 5. That means this is to be multiplied by that 2 and 5, which is going to be an answer for our question. So find the smallest square number which is divisible by these numbers. Means first we have to find LCM and see whether it is a perfect square or not. If it is not a perfect square, what are the prime factors to be multiplied to make it a perfect square to be looked for. Finally we get the perfect square which is divisible by given numbers. So the answer would be 900. So this is the procedure of thinking. I explained you the procedure of thinking, children. So you need to write in words. Go through the solution properly. If you want, you can pass the screen, but go through the question and see how to write this as a solution. I explained you how to think. Next. Now we will discuss some questions of the exercise 6.3. In that, first question, what could be the possible ones digit of the square root of each of the following numbers? Remember, these are perfect squares. Suppose, then, and you found square root of them. If you find square root of them, then what will be the possible units place digit? That is what we are actually looking for. Now we learned one property in square of a number. That property you have to recollect. For that, first let me give you one table. Here I am giving you a table containing number and its square. Number and its square. Try to observe units place digits. Square of a number ending in 1 ends in 1. Square of a number ending in 11 means 1 only. So square of number ending in 1 ends in 1. here 141 supposed to be, is it 141 or 121? It is 121. 121. So square of a number ending in 1 ends in 1. Square of a number ending in 9 again ends in 1. Now that means square root of a number ending in 1 may end in 1 or 9. So square root of a number ending in 1 may end in 1 or 9. This is the possible ones place digit of square root of these numbers. This is how you have to think. So the same thing which I explained you, square of a number ending in 1 or 9 at the units place means ending digit only ends in 1. So that property we have used here. Similarly, you have to answer rest of the questions based on this property what we have learned. Okay, now we will solve one by one. You know this table. For first one, what are the possible digits? The possible ones digit of square root of 9801 is 1 or 9. This is the solution of first question. Similarly, for the second question I will write, you write for the third and fourth on your own. The possible ones digit of square root of 99,856 is, watch here, number ending in 4 or 6 ends in 6. Therefore, 4 or 6. This is how we write. So rest of the two questions you do it on your own. Now I will discuss only second question of the exercise 6.4 and I will wind up this session. Rest of the questions we will continue in our next session. Next, without doing any calculation, find the numbers which are surely not perfect squares. Now you can straight away observe the units place digit and say, are they square numbers or not? You know, a number ending in 2, 3, 7 or 8 is not a perfect square. So very important property. If you know that this, you can answer now. Is 153 a perfect square? No. Is 257 is a perfect square? No. Is 408 is a perfect square? No. That we can say because of this reason. Is 441 is a perfect square? Maybe we can say because it is not ending in 2, 3, 7 or 8. It is ending in 1. So it may be perfect square, may not be perfect square. But surely if once you find by prime factorization, you can say that it is a perfect square. The square of 21. Okay. So this is the answer for today's session. This much is enough. From the question number 3rd of the exercise 6.2, we will continue. You write what are the work I have given, 3rd and 4th of the question number 1, and writing this second question as a solution in your exercise book. as a homework. So for today, this much is enough. Thank you. Jai Hind.